We're here with Zachary Cueva and Bulls extraordinaire, actually more like sports extraordinaire. You know, average Joe knows the Italian beefs, the dogs, and the athletes. So I just wanted to ask you a few questions, if that's all right, Cueva.
Sounds great.
All right. As far as championship potential and material, where do you think the Bulls stand right now?
I think the Bulls have a great chance to win. You know, the Heat right now, they're playing great basketball. And I'm trying and hoping, you know, to believe the Bulls are going to be there. It takes a while to get over the hump. Listen, the Bulls in the 80s, it took them 3 years to beat the Pistons. And right now the Bulls are trying to go against a monster, a flat-out monster. LeBron James, Wade, and Bosh. These guys are killer. And James Jones coming off the bench is key. But I still like the Bulls' chances with their tenacious defense. They're well coached by Tom Thibodeau, and Derrick Rose has to show why he's the MVP in this series and establish himself as one of the best players in the league.
Very good, very good. Now, I got 2 words for you. Joakim Noah. Rodman potential?
Yes, they're different kind of players. You know, Dennis Rodman was a guy that really got under guys' skin. Joakim Noah is a great athlete, but he's a little bit of a better scorer. Rodman was a lights-out defender. Joakim Noah still has issues sometimes defending guys when his back is against the basket, but he's getting better, and he has so many big offensive rebounds when you really need him, and he's an energy guy. He's the guy that gets the Bulls team going every game.
Very good, very good. Now, I know a lot of the fans have been pretty disappointed with the ups and downs of Boozer. Do you think he can handle, you know, changing up pace and becoming more consistent as the season goes on, as these finals go on?
Listen, Carlos Boozer's been a winner at all levels. He's won 2 state titles in high school. He won a national title in 01 with Duke. He's won with the Olympic gold with the 2008 Redeem team. You know, this guy's won at every level. You know, about 3 or 4 years ago, he had this Jazz in the conference finals. You know, they were about 1 game away from getting to the finals. Carlos Boozer right now is battling through injuries, and you saw his last game. He scored 23 points. He had 10 rebounds. It's a very Carlos Boozer-like game, and I'm still with the guy. I feel he's going to have a great series against Bosh. Chris Bosh is not known as a great defender, and he don't have much of a defense coming off the bench. So I think Carlos Boozer is going to really establish himself as one of the best players in the series.
Very good, very good. Couple more questions. Yeah, you mentioned Bosh and LeBron and Wade. The Heat, I mean, we can't lie. Dynamite team, dynamite trio. Where do you think they stand as far as being able to work together and, you know, take control of Rose's drive-ins and, you know, Noah's layup or rebounds and whatnot, and Korver's, you know, 3-point shot? Because, I mean, Korver is quick. Do you think they're going to be able to work together and cover it and manage to, you know, set man-to-man defense, zone defense? What are your thoughts on that?
Listen, the Miami Heat are one of the best defensive teams in the league, flat out. You got great one-on-one defenders, and James, Wade, and Bosh is an okay defender, but you got Marlon Chandler, which is a very underrated defender. You know, when you get to the playoffs, the defense changes a lot. It becomes more of a half-court game. It's not as run and gun as during the regular season because, you know, the games are different. You know, you're more prepared for each series. I think the Heat do, you know, I don't like the Heat, but the Heat are blessed with some great athleticism on the wings, and you can't ever stop Derrick Rose. I mean, Derrick Rose is probably one of the best players, or the best players getting to the hoop. I mean, maybe next to LeBron or Wade. I mean, he's right there. So if I was the Heat, if I'm their coach, what you try to do is you let Derrick Rose get his, and you make other guys make shots, like Luol Deng. You make Noah shoot. You make Boozer. You make guys like Kyle Korver come off the bench and hit shots, because you cannot stop Derrick Rose one-on-one. It's impossible. Derrick Rose is getting just 25 points, and that's just how it is. But the big thing is making sure Derrick Rose doesn't get everybody else involved, because if he gets everybody else involved and he gets his points, the Heat are in for bruising. You know, they're in for some trouble if that happens. So Kyle Korver's gonna have a good series. You know, there's really no one on the Heat's bench that can match up with Korver whatsoever. So I think I'm looking for him to bounce back from, you know, the little bit of a shaky series against the Hawks, and I like our chances. I still feel the Bulls are gonna win 7. I think it's gonna be a grinded out, tough as hell game, and you know, we'll see. It could be a classic. You know, it can be an ESPN Classic in a couple of weeks.
Very good, Mr. Cueva. One more question for you before we get out of here. So yeah, we all know Derek, MVP, great. Tom, Coach of the Year, great. You know, like you said, you got Noah down low. You got Boozer, who, you know, maybe is not as consistent as he can be, but he has the potential and he has the fire. Now, when we talk about Brewer, Big T, Korver, Scalabrine, bench mob, no bench mob. What do you think?
Oh, definitely a bench mob. You know, they've been one of the best benches in in the playoffs, and not just in the playoffs, but in the regular season. Yeah, they were a little shaken in the series, but you know what? They came back to life, and against the Pacers, against the Hawks, and they're ready to fight again. You know, Asik was great against what's his name, Josh Smith, and he was good against their big guy in Horford. And I like T.J. Watson's playing a little better. You know, Korver is the only guy that's been a little up and down, but I feel this is going to be his series to break out again and to really establish that bench pop.
Very good. Well, you heard it best, ladies and gentlemen, from your man, the athletic coach legend, the announcer man, Zachary Scott Cueva. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
You heard it here at ReyesDudeLive.com. Check it out.
The only thing I don't like is my last question. I was in a smooth.
Don't worry about it.